Hello there. Well, look at this. What's this? This is Linux Mint. I've come back to Linux Mint after installing Zorin OS 18 Pro. I had problems on there, and I think it was due to the fact that I was still using X11 instead of using Wayland. Yeah, it wouldn't record inside of OBS whatsoever. Just would not have it. It would not record NVENC. I use AV1, which is what I'm recording in right now, right? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It just wouldn't do it. I thought, well, I'm sorry, but I can't put up with this. I was hoping to do a video on that, but it just would not record in NVENC. I was having errors galore with an error number coming on up as well. But looking online, it looks like that I should have used the Wayland. Yeah, I should have used Wayland. Well, I'm used to X11. I'm sorry, but I'm used to X11. I'm not used to this Wayland bollocks. I really ain't. I like X11 like I'm using here in Xfce, where everything just works. Straight on out the bag, no missing, whatever. DaVinci Resolve works here. Everything works inside of it. All the plugins, all the new AI stuff they've got inside DaVinci Resolve, that all works here in Linux. And I use my script. I asked if the script that I've got would work in Zorin OS, and Braves Leo, their AI, said no, it's an unsafe practice. You can't go doing that. Whether or not he sounded like that or would sound like that, I don't know. But that's what he said. That's unsafe. You should turn it into a deb file in order to install DaVinci Resolve inside of an Ubuntu-based system, or inside Ubuntu, or in Zorin 18. Really? Turn it into a what? Turn it into a deb file. That's what he said. I thought, well, hang on. So let's have a look at what you've got to do to get a deb file. There's a matey on GitHub who's got this thing called Deb Resolve or something, and yeah, alright. But I thought, well, okay. And then I tried recording, didn't I? Yes, I tried recording and it wouldn't have it, like I said earlier on. So I got pissed off. There was other people saying that you need to change your layout back to Gnome again, and then it'll work. What? What's that about? Why should I have to change my layout? What's the point in Zorin OS making all these layouts? By the way, I think you should name them. Because on the layout screen inside Zorin OS, they've just got pictures. There's no tooltip. Let's put it that way. That tells you what it is. It didn't come up for me anyway. If there is a tooltip there, I apologise, but it did not come up for me to tell me what layout I am using, or the name of the layout that I'm using. So you should name them, or what they're based on, what OS they're based on, or whatever. Alright? Other than that, I thought, well, below this then, I'm going back to Linux Mint land, and so I have. Xfce, everything working fine. Backgrounds I've made up myself. I made these up in the early hours of this morning with GIMP 3 and with Gmic, which is actually the version of Gmic plugin, right, is actually 25.04's version of it. There we go. Ubuntu 25.04 plucky AMD 64. Blah, 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 blah. And that just worked. So all I had to do was unpack it, put the actual folder inside of my .config inside of here. Look, if I go .config GIMP 3, and then we go into plugins, and it's in there. That is it, Gmic in there, and it just worked. Yeah, that's made for 25.04, but it works in here. Isn't that weird? Yes, it is weird, very strange. But yeah, you find that some things that are above their thingies do work in lower ones. Yes, you do. But yeah, everything working. Everything just fantastic. Brilliant. Really good. Really, really, really good. So yeah, basically, I've come back to Linux Mint land. The only gripe I've got at the moment is that I cannot get into my Yahoo account. keeps sending me off to China. What's that about? Oh, have you got VPN? No. Have you got VPN switched on? Have you got tracking turned off and all that shit? Never had a problem before. Oh, the world's come down with this security shit, hasn't it? Online now. Online's broken. The internet's broken at the moment. It really is. It really, really is. My backups that I've made for Firefox. With the new Firefox, you're going to have to create a new account. What are you on about, man? God's sake, are you mad? Have I really got to go down this route? And yes, I did. I had to create a new account. But luckily, all of my other settings I had elsewhere, you see, so I just added them and they were fine after that. But yeah, flipping it. So with Firefox, I'm now with DuckDuckGo. There we go. And I've also got their thingy up there as well. I'll probably have a really bad time. I don't know. It works all right on my mobile. DuckDuckGo, I quite like that. Search is all right. You're safe with DuckDuckGo, you are. Yes, they use Bing for images, but if you start clicking on them and click on something Microsofty, then yeah, that'll be when you'll be tracked. But don't click on anything Microsofty, and then you won't be tracked, will you? All right. There you go. So everything tickety-boo in here. Back to how I used to have it, apart from the backgrounds. These are my backgrounds. Got a nice grey, a red, an orange, and a blue. Just 4 thingies. I'm also on 420.3. I don't know what Arch is on now. They're probably on 421 or something. XFCE 4. But yeah, I just had to up because we were on 418. The only thing I didn't get upgraded was, of course, the whisker menu, but that is fine. Everything in here just works as well. My own theme, of course, I got rid of Linux Mint themes like I always do, and their icon themes as well, and just stick to my own, and everything's tickety-boo. Hasn't griped on me as of yet, which is a great thing. It's fantastic. It really is. Really, really good. And this is why it's highly recommended for new users of coming on over to Linux to use Linux Mint, because everything's so stable. GIMP 3, I got Gmic, as I said earlier, I've got that installed, and that just works straight on out the bag. Whether or not it's because I've got Kvantum and Qt 5 configuration tool installed, I have no idea, but all the dependencies were there, because underneath the documentation that I saw online, they did say that you may have to install this, but I didn't have to. It was already there, and that plugin just works straight away. DaVinci Resolve works fine with the script that I've had for God knows how long, for a couple of years now. Everything just tickety-boo. It's the latest studio version, and it just works straight on out the bag with my settings on in, as in my project settings and what have you. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, mate. It just works straight on out the bag. So I couldn't be happier, really, coming back to Linux Mint. After the nightmare of Zorin OS, for me it was, because I forgot all about that it needs to be using Wayland, I guess. Will I try it again? Yeah, I probably will. I probably will try it again later on down the line. I've got, 4 years to go, so there you go. Got four years, got till 2029 to use that. If I might even try it on my computer, which is over there, which was my dedicated gaming PC, but it's not got anything on it at the moment. I've just got it actually. I'll need to put that on in some when I will, maybe Tuesday or something. I'll put it on in. There's a new M.2 drive I need to put on in there. I've got a 2 terabyte one that came in the post. When did that come? Yesterday or Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Thursday it came in the post. And yeah, so that'll be going on in. What else? Well, there's not a lot else to tell you, really. Really, there isn't. Not a lot else at all, but there you go. Everything tickety-boo. To go on The only gripe I've got now, I don't know what Chrome or Chrome-based thingies are doing, but YouTube doesn't play properly. I find it stutters inside Brave. I find when I'm watching videos on YouTube, it stutters. There's a hell of a lot of stuttering going on. What's going on? Don't know. Is YouTube broken? Well, it has been for years. Even though they've just made those fancy play buttons and the UI's been changed around a bit now. But yeah, it's broken. So I'm using Firefox now for YouTube and everything's playing fine. I'm not getting any stuttering whatsoever. Everything I watch on there is fine. I don't understand it. I don't know what's going on with Chrome browsers at the moment. They're adding all sorts of shit. And I think it's because they're adding all sorts of shit and trying to perfect it, they keep trying to add shit and it just breaks other shit. So all the shit is getting broken. All the shit that was good is getting broken. And all the shit that is shit is interfering with the stuff that's already shit that gets broken into shit. You see? Yes. Anyway, on that note, that is it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.